Hello there. Today we're going to do a little more with the chair Yogacise. We're going to kind of go through a whole asana. We're starting with breathing. So breathe in and exhale. Get comfortable. Get your feet grounded as well. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. And we're going to add sun salutations with it and incorporate your breathing. So we're going to have our palms up. Inhale. Reach way up. Look up. Hands in prayer. And then exhale. Inhale. Extend your spine, really stretch up, and exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, again you're lengthening your spine and your torso, and look up. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Stretch way up. And exhale. Try to keep your feet grounded. Mine were slipping around a little bit there, so stand up. Exhale. And exhale. One last one of sun salutations. And exhale. Now we're going to do sun salutations up again with a side lean. You can lean towards, you can just mirror what I do and let your arm drop down. Exhale. And bring it back up. And lean to the other side and let your arm drop down. Try to really stretch over. Try keeping your feet grounded. Inhale as you come up again. Lean the other way and exhale. Inhale. Inhale. Lean way over. Inhale. We'll do one more each side. Come back to the middle. Here we go. And then your hands on your thighs. Okay, so now we're going to do goddess circles. So we're going to bring your scoot out a little bit if you feel comfortable doing that to your chair. Have your feet kind of wide and just rest your hands on your thighs. And then you're going to actually just kind of lean forward and circle back. Then the other side, circle. There we go. Circle around. 3, circle way over. So getting a good stretch through your torso. Back. Stretch, and sometimes you might find as you do it, you can go a little more. Always trying to push yourself a little bit as long as you're not hurting or just really in extreme pain or anything. Okay, and then stop for a second. Okay, make sure you're not dizzy. And now we're going to go start with the other direction and circle backwards. I know it's basically the same thing, but we're just going to do 5 more. Kind of get stretched around. It's good to sometimes switch directions. Helps for your equilibrium, your balance, and just the stretching. We'll do one more time around this direction. Okay, and come back to the middle. Bring your legs back in the middle. Okay, now we're going to do one that's called high altar arms. Again, have your feet this time about shoulder width apart, but make sure your feet are grounded. Again, we usually don't wear shoes. I have ugly feet, so I keep socks on, but you know, it's kind of good to get your feet really, you know, to feel the floor underneath it. You know, if you feel more comfortable with shoes on, that's fine too. Okay, so now what we're going to do for altar arms is clasp your hands and bring them out in front of you, then turn them outward, and then stretch way up. However much you feel comfortable. And breathe in and exhale. Wow, and keeping your arms up there. Let's do another one. And exhale. Now this time, inhale. And as you exhale, bring your arms down. And relax a second. Okay, we're going to do it again. And you just do what you can. If you can take a couple of breaths while your arms are up, that's great. And if you can't, if you just need to do one at a time, that's fine too. So again, we're going to clasp our fingers, turn them inside out. And now stretch up, lengthening your spine. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now the next one, when we exhale, we're going to bring them back down. So inhale and then exhale. Okay, very good. So now we're going to move on to cat-cow. Again, we're going to keep our feet about shoulder width apart. Put your hands on your knees or thighs. And what we're going to do first is inhale and look up. And then exhale, arching your back to the chair, kind of like a cat would arch their back. Okay, so let's inhale again. Stretch up. And then exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And you go arch back. So inhale, arch up, and then exhale, kind of swing back. One more. And exhale. Okay, now the next one we're going to do is we're going to bring our feet wide again and kind of ground them. And you should be kind of sitting out a little bit, not too close to the edge of the chair, but out a little bit. And then we're going to put our hands behind our head and we're going to do side crunches. So you're going to go down to the side and do the breathing according to what works for you. Because you may, it's always good to inhale when you're up at the top, but it may be too much. It might be good to do one inhale on one side and then exhale all the way as you're going to the other side. Okay, inhale. Exhale. We're going to try to do about 10 each side. This will be about 4. Exhale, if you can. Do 10 of them. There we go. Exhale. In. I have a little Enya playing in the background. Her greatest hits. She's usually relaxing music that's good to do yoga to. I think we'll do one more on each side. Sorry if I lost count. On my count, I think that's where we're at. Okay, now we're going to do another one. And again, we're keeping our feet wide. And this is goddess side twist, I think. So what you're going to do first you just keep your forearm on your leg and then stretch up and look up at it. Okay. And breathe in and exhale. Breathe in again. And this time we'll come back to the other side. And now this time we'll bring this arm up. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and exhale. Now this next time, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to inhale and you're going to try, hold on, I forgot to get my yoga block ready. If you do have a yoga block, you may need it for this. But you're going to try to reach your leg just down the side of your leg. If you do need to hold on to a yoga block, you can do that. And bring your arm over, and in, and then exhale. When I was first doing this, I did need to use the yoga block, but I have gotten a little more flexible, which proves that chair yoga does make you more flexible, so it'll help. So go ahead and reach up. So let's go down the other side. Inhale. Try to do another breath while you're down here if you can. And then you can come up. Let's do another low one on each side. So breathe in. Stretch down. Breathe in. Okay, and again, you just do however much you can, however far you can. And some days it's farther than others. And sometimes it varies, even for myself. Again, I have MS, so, you know, those of you that have that out there, every day is different sometimes. So it doesn't always make sense, the time of day or whatever. But I think with a lot of different things, you just never know. Every moment can be different. Okay, so the next, we're going to try a couple of standing ones. So we're going to do, and this one, if you do have a yoga block, you might need it for this. So we're going to do the triangle. And so what I'm going to do is just kind of keep the block on the chair to, it gives, you know, that way you don't have to go down as far. I'm going to turn my right foot kind of out a little bit, and the left one just kind of straight ahead. And then going to kind of stretch up however much you can. And then inhale, and then exhale. And if that's too far, what you can also do is just hold on to the chair. The top of the chair. So let's try it that way. If that's a little easier for you. And then exhale. So inhale, might turn your foot out a little bit more. And then exhale. I'm going to do one more with down on the yoga block. And then exhale. And then we'll try the other side. I'm going to, so that you can see it, I'm just going to move the chair. So we're going to do, and you can even put your yoga block up like this, or even like this if that helps too. So again, I'm going to kind of turn it out, and then just exhale, or inhale, and exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, inhale, exhale. And you may be able to do it just straight down on the chair too. It's a little tricky, it just, you know, depends. And then come back up. So that was the triangle. So another one is the tree. I love the tree pose. I'm not as good at it as I wish I was. You can use the chair, and you can also, if you have a counter, when I was doing therapy with patients a long time ago, when it was before yoga was even a cool thing, I was having them try the tree pose, holding on. I did a lot of things with them holding on to the counter. So I could just even show you like this. So I'd have them, put one foot up that way, and it's very stable with that. Just to show you, since we are doing chair yoga, we'll show you, you can do it like right behind, but so you can kind of see. But this way you'll see, you can probably get your feet further than me on it, but you're trying to put your foot to the inside, and then your knee pointing out that way, to the side instead of in front. So again, with my MS, it's a little tricky. Some of you can maybe even get your leg up further, but that's what you can do. And then, you can't even, if you can balance like that, that's great. And so let's try another one that way, however far you can, in and exhale. I'll be honest, I'm not lasting as long on that, that way. So let's try this way. So again, you do the other leg out. So, and if you can bring it up, see, I did not last very long on that one. So now that you have the idea, I'm going to hold on in the middle. It works a little better for me, and if you're new to this, that would be the best way. You can even just hold on, just getting used to it this way. Okay, so that's the tree pose, and it's really good for your balance. And if you can't do it or you're unable to stand, I mean, you could even try, just, bringing your foot like that in the chair, try breathing, or the other way, just try, any type of movement is great or helpful, but that's, a good thing you can do. So the next thing we're going to do is basically a hamstring stretch. You're going to, just put one foot out, and you're just going to stretch down toward it. Breathe in and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Just relax. Try to lengthen your spine. If you can, inch down a little further on your leg. That's great. And exhale. Okay. So bring that leg up, and then we'll bring the other leg out. And then just stretch down. And then back up. As I've told, if you've watched any of my other videos, I have the tightest hamstrings, and I always have, even when I was young. It's always something to work on here. So in and exhale. Inhale. And then just come back up. And now we're just going to end with a little meditation. So just basically mountain pose in the chair. Turn your palms up. Close your eyes. Maybe touch your thumb to your index finger. Inhale and exhale. Now touch your thumb to your second finger. Thumb to your ring finger. Thumb to your little finger. Now bring your hands into prayer position. Another inhale and exhale. And that's it for today. Have a great day. Namaste. See you next time.